welcome to Pulse, the Daisy Beat. I'm your host, Melanie, and today we have a huge lineup for you. For starters, we're here in New York City's Bryant Park for the celebration of India's 60th year of independence. Then we'll go and meet the Guptara twins, who just released their first fiction novel entitled The Conspiracy of Calaspia. Today we spotlight on two very young authors, the Guptara twins, who finished their first fiction novel at the age of 11. Now, after 6 years and several rewrites, The Conspiracy of Calaspia is a 600-page blockbuster. Let's go find out more about the book and what makes these brothers tick. Welcome to New York.
Thank you.
Tell me, what are you guys doing here in the States, and what do you have in the next couple of months?
Well, we're here to promote our book and the competition which goes along with our book. And we'll be here in New York, and then we'll be going over to San Francisco and LA as well afterwards.
So tell me more about this book, The Conspiracy of Calaspia.
Have you ever done anything with best intentions, only to discover it turns out completely wrong? That irony lies at the core of the series.
And one of the main themes that we deal with in the series is this idea of the appearance versus the reality, the truth versus the untruth.
The Insanity Saga has as its characters one of the races of the Baru, and they have the uncanny ability to sense other people's emotions. So we have some fun with that.
Yes, definitely. The main character, Bryn Belliset, is a Baru.
It's a silly name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually has to do with the plot later on.
Well, he thinks it's a silly name as well.
Why did you choose to write in the fantasy genre? What influenced you as you guys were both growing up?
We loved reading, and we loved telling each other stories, going on these like imaginary adventures and things. And we loved C.S. Lewis's Narnia, Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, of course.
Yeah, the things that we read were mainly fantasy novels or short stories, depending. We loved all the things with knights and goblins and magic, all that sort of thing, so that got our imagination going. So when we started writing, it was the obvious path to go into.
Okay, so most Indian parents steer their kids towards engineering and medicine. How supportive were your parents when you decided to focus on writing?
Yeah, they were very supportive, actually. At first, when we first started writing, we were only 11, so our parents didn't think anything would become of it. They were like, very good that you're writing, yes, and encouraged us, because it was a good thing to do, rather than, I don't know, sitting in front of the computer playing computer games the whole day. And then, later on, Jyoti stopped schooling to become a full-time writer.
Yeah, I was 15, I was in the top Swiss school, and I just had enough. And I told my parents, I'd been pestering them for years, that I wanted to finish school and writing's school, why can't I do it all day long? And of course I had to prove that I was capable of the self-discipline and all that kind of stuff. And I did British O-levels, I studied at home for 1 year, and then I was allowed to become a full-time writer at the age of 15. So I'm really grateful to my parents for that risk, because not a single publisher had accepted us at that time.
So, being half Indian, how did this influence your writing?
The whole idea of the Indian culture. It's not very strongly put across, but if you know the Indian culture and read the book, then you will pick up quite a few things there which are similar, which you wouldn't have had without the Indian background.
Yeah.
So guys, growing up as twins, you probably did everything together, and you even decided to write this book together. What was that process like, and did you guys ever fight or clash?
No, not at all.
No, there were a few instances in the book when we had different opinions.
So when an issue came up, how did you guys resolve the situation?
We arm wrestled each other.
Yeah.
No. Normally we came up with like a third solution, a compromise, and that end solution was better than both of our originating ideas.
Normally it was just a matter of a few hours' time or a day or whatever, and then we realised actually no, this way was better or that way.
But we did occasionally roll a dice or something like that.
Yes, a few arbitrary means.
Okay, so I want to learn both of you as individuals, not twins. So, Suresh, can you tell me more about your brother Jyoti? And Jyoti, can you tell me more about your brother Suresh, in your own words?
That's original. We've never done this before.
I don't think so, no. His main attribute is that he doesn't mind what other people are saying about him, because he knows what he wants, he knows what in the end he's going to end up with, and he works hard and he gets it.
Thank you. My turn?
Yes.
Okay, Suresh, he likes relaxing. He likes sleeping. I have to drag him out of bed in the mornings.
Sometimes.
He loves his food. He's a very philosophical, deep character. We enjoy each other's company, and I'm very privileged to call him my twin brother.
Thank you. So I'm going to ask you a series of individual questions, and I want to hear your specific responses.
Sure.
So coffee or tea?
Tea.
Coffee.
Friday night, stay in or go out?
Stay in.
Yeah,
but have a
stay
party
in.
at home.
Yeah, do something at home.
Favorite food?
Indian.
Indian.
Favorite color?
Blue, but I think colours need to be a combination.
I'd say possibly green, but again, it changes depending on mood or anything.
Cool. All right, guys, so one more thing. Would you guys sign this book for me?
Would be a pleasure.
Certainly.